Do you know how much this costs? Or
Yeah, this one is close to 5,000.
5,000?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Baby, I want it. Baby, I want it. Baby, please, baby.
This woman, honestly, she's got so much cheek. Jasmine, weren't you the one that spent $4,000 of your wedding dress allowance on butt implants? How are you standing there begging for yet more money? Poor Gino's going broke.
It's just a few thousand. You're not gonna go bankruptcy.
Potentially, yes, I could. I mean,
Baby, invested in my happiness.
It's precisely this kind of attitude that's caused Gino's family to ask so many questions about Jasmine's intentions. Is she really with Gino because she loves him, or is she just a gold digger? Well, Jasmine wants to once and for all set the record straight. She really wants to win Gino's family around, but it's not gonna be an easy task.
It's very important for me to feel like I belong and that I'm welcome. Because I'm not having it easy.
Gino's family are looking quite serious, so are they buying what she's selling? Well, before we get to that, let's start at the beginning. So, the last time we saw Gino and Jasmine, Gino finally grew a backbone and put his foot down about Jasmine's ongoing relationship with her ex. So, with Dane now out of the picture, these two have gone straight back to playing happy families again. And on the agenda for today is trying to find Jasmine a wedding dress.
I can't believe you're actually gonna buy me a dress. I really thought that you were gonna wrap me in a blanket.
no. I'm cheap, but not that cheap.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Gino. You have already given Jasmine $4,000 for her dress. I mean, it's not your fault she used it to pay for her butt implants. But, seeing as that's what she did, Gino now finds himself in the position where he has to shell out yet more money. Keep in mind, Gino's unemployed. He's got no money coming in and he's just paid for a Miami holiday, a real diamond ring and all of the other wedding costs. It's hardly a surprise that he's now operating on quite a tight budget.
I'm hoping that we can stay somewhere around $1,000 for a dress.
That doesn't even exist. Not when it comes to wedding dresses.
Jasmine sure is piping up a lot for someone who's the very reason they're in this position. But we all know how this is gonna go, don't we? Gino's set out his stall, he's set his price, and Jasmine's just gonna ignore it and do what she wants anyway. Now, the first dress that Jasmine tries comes in at over $3,000. That leaves Gino hunched over his seat. And as for the second dress, well, it is absolutely everything that Jasmine dreamed of, and it does leave Gino's jaw on the floor, but...
This is what I dream of ever since I was a little girl.
This one is close to 5,000.
5,000?
Oops. Yep.
Can someone please explain to me why they've even bothered to put Jasmine in a $5,000 dress when Gino was very clear about his budget? It's almost cruel to let Jasmine fall in love with a dress knowing that their budget can't stretch that far. But while Jasmine may have had no idea of the price when she was putting it on, that's not going to stop her from trying to convince Gino that this is the one.
Baby, I want it. Baby, please, baby, please.
I'm sorry, I'm so broke, you know?
Jasmine sounds like a child desperately begging for a toy they know that their parents aren't going to buy them. She knows Gino's not on board with it, so why does she insist on making a scene? It's making everyone, including the ladies at the store, feel very uncomfortable. But at least they now have a much better understanding of how strictly they need to adhere to the budget. And with the boundaries now firmly established, they put Jasmine in a $2,000 dress. Sure, it is still double what Gino stated, but in comparison to the much more expensive dresses, this seems like a much better option, a viable middle ground for everyone.
You look stunning, like a queen.
I look so good that I look like I'm not real, right? Like a painting.
Like a Barbie doll.
Now, in all seriousness, we know that Jasmine has body dysmorphia. She's highly critical of her own appearance. So the fact that this dress makes her feel that good definitely feels like it's a very good option. it's the one. Gino relents. He says yes to the dress. And so, with one more box on their wedding checklist now checked off, next up is to try and find their venue.
My dream wedding, first of all, gonna be by the ocean with the palm trees, like a crown of flowers. No family, we're Lo, Coco, Gino, and I, and that's enough.
Wait, so that's your dream wedding? Are you serious, Jasmine? Are you really telling me that your kids wouldn't make the guest list on your own dream wedding? Look, perhaps what she means to say is her dream wedding based on the situation she's currently in. But whatever the truth, what's abundantly clear for us all to see is that Jasmine's dream wedding is very different from Gino's dream wedding. He wants traditional, he wants an old school wedding surrounded by his friends and family. But Jasmine would rather no one else was there other than her, Gino and her dog. But despite that, when they arrive at the potential wedding venue that Gino's found for them, it takes Jasmine by surprise.
Holy cow.
I have to be honest that I really like the place. This is an old antique house. It's so beautiful. It feels like being in a museum.
But this is Jasmine we're talking about, and she can never just be happy. The place is beautiful. Gino's happy with it, she's happy with it, and yet she has to find something to complain about. So she sets her crosshairs on her favourite topic, Gino's family.
I'm just concerned about your family ruining my special day, our special day. What if they say something mean, or they don't like something, or they come with their questions?
Jasmine's whinging for the sake of whinging. Yes, okay, her first meeting with Gino's family didn't go that well. But since then, she's developed a good relationship with Gino's cousin Dana and his wife Michelle. Like, any relationship takes time and effort to grow, and sadly, Jasmine doesn't seem willing to put in the hard yards. So what happened to the promise that she made Gino in Miami?
Why are you crying?
No, I think it's everything. I mean, you were just saying you're gonna try to bond with my family, you're gonna be open with my family.
I made a promise to Gino when we were in Miami that I was gonna try to get along with his family, but I don't know how easy that's actually gonna be.
It really speaks volumes that even after seeing how emotional just a promise made Gino, Jasmine still hasn't bothered to try with his family. She's reverted back to her old assumptions that his family don't like her, they'll never accept her. And she's still trying to convince Gino not to invite his family to the wedding.
I don't want anyone to say anything that day or make me feel bad. I don't know.
They're not gonna make you feel bad, they're only gonna make you feel good.
How do you know that?
Jasmine's trying to make out that Gino's family will ruin their wedding by spending the day probing her with questions, because that's what they did when they first met her. But if Jasmine can't use her critical thinking ability to tell that there's a huge difference between an initial meeting and an actual wedding, then there's no hope. She just seems so determined to play the victim card.
I want to get to a day in which I don't cry and I feel okay, and I'm so far away from home, babe.
This is her favourite way to try and emotionally blackmail Gino, isn't it? She plays the "I'm away from my home so I should get my way" card so frequently that it's lost its effect on us. But clearly it still works on Gino. He immediately caves. He gives Jasmine a cuddle and he tells her everything will be okay. But he really needs Jasmine and his family to get along. And if Jasmine won't do anything about it, he certainly will. So what's Gino's plan? How's he gonna get them to all play happy families? Well, he's organised a family meal.
Our wedding is right around the corner, and it's really important. Jasmine puts an effort in with my family tonight, and that she's just open to talk to them and try to work things out.
Jasmine's been reluctantly dragged to this event. Gino really wants her to hash out her problems with his family so that it doesn't fester any more than it already has. She's been blowing this family feud out of all proportion, especially in her own mind. So Gino's really hoping that getting everyone together round a table, clearing the air, will do everyone a world of good. But unfortunately, despite Gino's best attempts, not all of his family are here today. Most notably, Gino's brother and sister-in-law, who we know Jasmine had issues with previously.
And what about Lori and Tani?
They messaged me that they're not going to be able to make it.
Now, whether that's entirely true or whether they just didn't want to come today, Jasmine is making a good first step to try and build bridges. You see, she immediately addresses the elephant in the room. For the very first time, we hear her acknowledge that Gino's family are valid in their concerns.
I understand you having, like this fear of, oh, is she gonna hurt him? What is she looking, and you have valid reasons.
She's been on the defensive with them all this time that it's nice to see a little empathy. Jasmine reassures Gino's family that her feelings for him are genuine, and she asks them, what's it gonna take to be loved and accepted by you all?
I really need you guys. Like, I need you.
It's nice that Gino's family are responding with the seriousness that this deserves. Yet again, she explains that she's here all by herself and she's really missing her family like they wouldn't believe. She tells them that she really needs them to be her support system. She really needs them to make her feel at home in Michigan.
I also want to open my heart and think but I have an American family now. It's very important for me to feel like I belong and that I'm welcome.
Of course she needs Gino's family's approval to feel like she belongs. But where she's gone wrong, her big mistake, was assuming that his family would give her approval with no questions asked. I mean, his family are very protective of Gino. It's not exactly as if she's given off the best impression either before moving to Michigan or since. The family need time to get to know her. They need time to warm to her. And that is something that cousin Dana tries to explain to Jasmine.
What we're doing right now is probably the start. And I'm really glad that you are straightforward with your feelings.
Exactly. This dinner was long overdue. Like, despite the disastrous first meeting, it's been Jasmine's responsibility to try with Gino's family. It's her responsibility to settle the misgivings they have about her. And that's something that she should have taken the opportunity, the initiative, to do much sooner. But it is better late than never. The air is finally getting cleared, and that puts Gino in a great mood.
Everyone had their concerns. It's like, she's beautiful. Why can't a woman like that find a man in Panama? Why she gotta come all the way here to Michigan and steal our Gino away?
It's so nice to see Gino laughing and smiling. This has been something he's been very concerned about for a very long time now. And when you can joke about something, that's a good sign that it might be in the past. The fact that Dana can now joke about Jasmine's gold-digging behaviour might mean that he doesn't believe it anymore. And for what it's worth, his wife Michelle also seems to be on the same page.
So we really just got to know you. I just got to know you too, and you're smart and funny, and I love you.
Michelle seems to know all the right things to say. I think it's very telling that she compliments Jasmine on her personality. She calls her smart and funny. She deliberately doesn't mention looks. She wants her to know that they're getting to know the real Jasmine beyond surface level. Now, Jasmine tells them that she wants to be able to see them all as family. And then, in a gesture of goodwill, remarkably, Jasmine apologises to Gino in front of everyone.
And I'm sorry, baby. In front of your family, I'm sorry for being so bitchy to you and for being rude. I am so sorry. You have given me nothing but love and support.
Jasmine has apologised a few times now for her behaviour in the past. And while we have definitely seen her blow up a few times on this season, I think on the whole, her behaviour has calmed down a lot recently. You can see the work that Jasmine's putting in to try and be a better person, and someone else notices it too. Gino's nephew, Anthony, looks like he's been wanting to say something for a while now.
I wasn't really open-minded to everything when you first got here, but the more we've seen you guys together, it just started to click for us.
And there it is. This is the validation that Jasmine needed to know that she wasn't crazy. It wasn't all in her mind. Gino's family did have misgivings about her. They were judgmental when they first met her, but things have now changed from both sides, it seems. There's finally peace. Everyone said what they've needed to say. And maybe, just maybe, this wedding can now go ahead with everyone united.
So I just want to toast to Jasmine and Gino and just welcoming Jasmine into the family.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Salud. Yeah.
The truth is, Jasmine was just as judgmental of Gino's family as they were of her. She was very quick to see the worst in them. She was very quick to write them all off. Now that they've been able to clear the air somewhat, hopefully this is the last that we'll see of Jasmine's toxic behaviour in trying to isolate Gino from his family. But I just hope that all of Gino's family members feel the same. I can't shake the feeling that there's a reason why only Dana, Michelle and Anthony are here today.